Hello, YouTubers. Hi, it's your girl Danielle. And this is the very first episode of my pregnancy vlog. So, what better way to start off a pregnancy vlog than to tell you how I found out that I was pregnant? So, it is currently December 2015. And forgive me if I keep looking away, but I'm sitting in a parking lot, waiting for my boyfriend to get out of work. So it's December 2015, and Christmas is a week away, right? So I was supposed to get my period on the 6th of December. I have a period calendar, and my cycle is normally very, very regular. Okay, but I was a little afraid that my cycle wasn't going to be that regular because I had just stopped my birth control about 2 months ago. So I think the end of September, or the middle of September, excuse me, was the day that was the month that I finished my birth control. Okay, so we were trying to conceive at first, but then, we decided, let's wait till we're a little bit more financially stable and whatnot, and then we'll try again. So we were cool. I still stayed off my birth control. I didn't take it end of September, end of October, and so I got my period November 8th, and it lasted 5 days, which is actually pretty dang on long. It was actually very painful. So I was going to start my birth control after. I was going to start my birth control again this month. Like, this month in particular was the month I was going to start it again. And I went to the doctor's on November 30th for a follow-up pelvic exam. And I said, hey, doc, can you do me a favor and give me a pregnancy test along with all these other labs? Just to make sure that I'm not pregnant, because I'm going to go back on my birth control. And she said, okay. So gave me a pregnancy test on the 30th, and it came back negative. So I was like, okay, cool. I don't have anything to worry about. But the thing was that I didn't check my lab results. You have to check them online with TRICARE. And so I didn't check them. And then, sorry, my brain is like, boop. Yeah, boop. That's what happens. So I didn't check the results. But the 6th came around, which was almost exactly a week later. I think it was more like 5 or 6 days later. And I didn't get my period. But I was cramping. I had been cramping since the 5th. So I was kind of like, all right, well, I guess my period's about to come. So the 6th comes and goes, and there is no period. I mean, there's no bleeding. There's no nothing. So I'm just like, all right, this is a little weird. Maybe it's because I've been off of my birth control. So I try, and I just wait. I just wait until the 7th. And then I'm cramping so much at this point that I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, would my period just hurry up and come so I can get this over with? And then, but then I noticed that I was peeing a lot more. Like, I peed like 5 times within like 1 hour, and it was like streams. Like, I really had to go, and I had just woken up, so I was just like, why do I have to go so much? So I was like, all right, maybe I should go ahead and take a test. So I had one test left over from the last month that we were trying to have a baby, and I was so sure it was gonna be negative, y'all. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, I mean, I think this was the most confident in that I was about a pregnancy test being negative in my entire life. Like, I was like, there's no way I'm pregnant. There's just no way. So I take the test, and I'm just sitting on the toilet waiting for it to go. Mind you, I didn't tell my boyfriend anything at the time. So I'm just like, do. I look at it like 2 minutes later, and I'm just like, it's a plus side. And I mean, I just stared at it for a minute because I truly cannot believe, like, what it was that I was seeing at the time. Like, I was like, I'm pregnant? What? And I was just like, I mean, my face was just, I mean, when you find out you're pregnant and you're not expecting it, you just don't have a reaction. Like, some people cry. I'm not a crier. I'm not really that emotional. So, I just kind of was just in disbelief. I was speechless. So I got in the shower, And I just, just started praying over my belly or whatever, asking God for a healthy baby, because I had been drinking and smoking. Like, I smoked cigarettes, well, little black cigar things. I don't like to call them cigarettes, but that's pretty much what they are, the little mini cigars. And then I drink a lot of wine. Like, I love wine. It's just what I love. And so I was just like, oh my gosh. But I tried not to panic, because I knew I couldn't have been that far along since I had just had a pregnancy test a week ago and it came back negative. Good Lord. So, I, got out the shower or whatever, and then just went on my day as regular. I hit the pregnancy test. I was trying to find a way to tell my boyfriend without shocking the hell out of him. But I couldn't wait any longer. I really didn't want to hide it from him. There's very little that I don't tell him. And so I was just like, babe, I got something to tell you. Can you just go sit down? I want to go get something for you. And he's like, all right. So he sits down in the living room, and I go to my little secret hiding place, and I get the pregnancy test, and I hide it behind my back, and I'm just trying to figure out what to say, because, when we were trying to have a baby, it didn't happen. I mean, we only tried for a month, but when we were actually trying to conceive, we didn't. And then when we were trying not to conceive, we did. So for everybody out there who is trying to conceive, just don't try. Just do your thing. And trust me, it'll come. It'll come when you least expect it. So I had a pregnancy test behind my back, and I was so nervous. I mean, I was shaking. I was so nervous. And this is probably about an hour after I took the test. So I was just like, so how I was supposed to get my period, right? And then I just stopped, because I didn't even know what to say. So I just showed him the pregnancy test, and he was just like, are you serious? And so I caught it out on camera, but make a long story short, my camera angle is not great on the video at all. You actually can't even see his face until, like, he notices that I'm videotaping him. And whew, sorry, I'm cramping a little bit, y'all. That just took my breath away. But yeah, he's excited. He's not as excited as I am just yet. We told my parents about a week ago, and we were both pretty nervous. He doesn't like to admit when he's nervous, but I could tell he was nervous. It was the first time he met my dad, and I hated the fact that the first time he was meeting my dad, I mean, he was going to meet my dad anyways. We've been together for almost a year now, and he was going to meet my dad anyways, but the fact that he was going to meet him and we were telling him that I was pregnant at the same time, made us a little bit fearful. My dad can be kind of iffy sometimes, but he actually took it very well. He wants us to rush into marriage, which we don't want to do. We want to wait to make sure that this relationship is right. I mean, we haven't been dating that long, and we did have control over a baby, but now once the baby's here, you just don't have control over it anymore. Like, the baby's here, but we do have control over when, where, and how we get married, and we want to do it the right way. We don't want to just rush into it just because we have a baby. So, which we both agree on that. And I was adamant, like, don't feel like you gotta marry me because I'm pregnant, because that's what happened with my parents, not a divorce, and ain't nobody got time for that. All right. So, and the last thing I want us to do is this is the last thing this is the last thing I'm gonna say on marriage. God, tongue twisted. The last thing I want to do is get married just because we are having a baby, and then, something happened in the marriage, and then we end up hating each other, and then we get divorced, and then we can't even co-parent. Like, who wants that? I just have all these thoughts running through my mind. I'm just like, there's no way. No, we can just wait. I'm good. We're good. We can just wait. So I'm really excited. My mom is excited. I didn't think that she was going to be, but she has been wanting grandchildren for a while, and I am her only. She actually just texted me and said, I'm gonna have a grandbaby. So I know she's really excited. Of course, I want a girl. He wants a boy. But honestly, as long as we have a healthy baby, that sounds so cliche, but literally, as long as we have a healthy baby, we will make sure that the baby is well fed, well taken care of, loved, cherished. We will just make sure that baby has anything and everything that they need. So So after this video, I'm gonna go ahead and upload the video of me telling my mom and my dad they're divorced. So they're two separate videos, so be on the lookout for that. And if there's anything that you would like for me to post or talk about, just let me know. I have a big mouth, I love to talk. So ask me any questions that you might have. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. You never know who this might bless. I love y'all. Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa. Whatever it is that you celebrate, you make sure that you're happy. I love y'all, appreciate it. Don't forget to comment below. Peace.